We're gonna start with some bridging first, so make sure your band is on your legs and you want to slide it a few inches above your knees. We are going to lie down and place the legs hip distance apart on the wall. From here, we'll do 5 hip rolls. So you're gonna roll through imprint, come up onto the shoulder blades, pressing through those feet, and coming back down. And again, rolling up, just trying to keep even tension on the band. Coming back, and again, rolling up one vertebra at a time, coming up just to the shoulder blades, not onto the neck. And back down, rolling up. With the breath, we try to exhale as we come up, and then inhale here as we lower down. And just one more, rolling up. Pressing those feet, lift, 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 and come back down. Now we're gonna roll up again. You're gonna separate the knees and then bring them back to that starting position, and we'll do that for 10. So open and close. Try to keep the feet planted on the wall here. So with the breath, we exhale out, inhale, come back in. 3, 2, and last one. 1, good, and then come back down. Now lift back up again, same foot position. This time we're just gonna drop the hips and bring them back up. We'll do that for 10. So down and up, lifting up. Inhale down, exhale up. Now if you feel this in your low back at all, you could tip your pelvis back slightly. That will change the angle there, and that might help you feel like you are not arching in your back as much. And 1. Okay, good. Come back down. I already feel it. All right, I'm gonna scoot closer here because I was sliding away. Okay, now we're gonna lift up again, pressing through those feet. You're gonna lift the heels and come back down. Remember, we're trying to apply a little tension into the band here the whole time. So lift up and back down. So good ankle mobility here. Trying to keep the ankles straight up and down too, and not letting them roll in or out as you lift those heels up. And come back down. All right, now we are going to turn the feet out. So still wide in that second position. We're going to bridge up. And from here, we're going to apply a little pressure, bringing those knees away and then bringing them back together. Just a few inches here. So out and in. So this works a little more into the glutes, those external rotators, more in the outer thigh. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, now hold, and let's drop the hips up and down. So down and lift. Really try to squeeze those glutes when you're up at the top there, opening up those hips. 3, 2, last one, stay lifted, lift the heels, and come back down. Let's do that for 10. So up and down. Try to keep those knees pointed out the whole time. Don't let them float in. 2, last one. 1, good. You can come back down. Let's just bring the feet in. You can rock back and forth. Okay, from here we are gonna sit up and go into clamshells. So we're gonna be doing all these exercises in 4 different positions here, so lots of variation. So we're gonna lie on our side. You can be on your forearms, so that elbow is gonna be right underneath the shoulder. And you're probably pretty familiar with clamshells. We want the hips to be in line. So one long line here, hips stacked right on top of each other. And then with the feet, we want them to be planted together, and try to keep those feet together the whole time as you open up that knee and bring it back together. So we are gonna open and come back down, and we'll do that for 10. You can keep your hand here on the ground, or you can place it on your hip. I'm gonna place it on my hip. So open up and come back down. We're gonna do 3 different exercises here and then go to the other side. So really trying to feel that tension right at the top here. For 3, 2, last one, 1. Good, come back down. The next one we're gonna do, we're going to open up again, but you're gonna hold for 3 seconds. So we're going to open and hold for 1, 2, 3. Come back down and lift for 1, 2, 3, and down. Now, even though we're focusing on the legs, there's still a lot of work that we have to do within the core here to help keep us lifted. So a lot of oblique work for stability here. So even though we're not really doing an ab exercise, you still want to feel like you're drawing your abs in as we do this. Good, we're almost done. And 1, 2, 3, and down. And 1, 2, 3, and back down. Good. We'll take a little break. The last one we're gonna do, we're gonna be lifting the hip as we open up into that clamshell. So if you've ever done side bend on the mat, where we come up and extend through the hips, this is a great exercise to help with that. So we're gonna open up as we lift up and come back down. If the lift is too much, just do another round of opening and closing. Let's begin, let's go for 10. So lift up and open, back down, and 2. Really try to feel that squeeze, pulling out as much as you can. We thought we were doing oblique work before, right? When we do that extra lift, that's even more. After this, we'll go to the other side. Okay, last one. Okay, let's go to the other side now. Okay, so lying on the other side, I've got the elbow right underneath the shoulder. We're gonna stack our hips up, and then we put those feet together. Now with the band, you wanna make sure that it is quite a bit up from the knees, so you can feel if you pull it up a little bit more and you feel more resistance, that's really what we want here. So starting with the knees down, go for 10. So opening up and coming back down. Really open, squeeze up here and down. Keep the abs drawn in. I'm getting shaky, I can tell. Good, we're almost there. I'll give you a little break. We got 2, last one. 1, good. Okay, from here we are going to do the 3-second hold. So you can readjust if you need to. Keep the abs in, don't let those ribs flare out. You want to keep it all locked and loaded. So opening and hold for 1, 2, 3, come back down. And again, hold. Try not to let that leg come in during that hold. It's like good for that first second. That third second's like, I want to come back. And come back. And again, open and hold for 1, 2, 3, and down. And out for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, and down. Almost there. 3 more. Try to keep it wide. Open, open, open. And last one. 1, 2, 3, and down. Okay, last one here is with the lift. So we're gonna open and lift up at the same time. So lifting up for 1, 2. This is definitely my weaker side. Got 5, we're halfway. These ones are really hard for me. For 3, 2, one more, and 1. Good, okay. From here, we're gonna go into a quadruped position. So we're gonna go on our hands and knees, and then the band will go right above our knees. Okay, so we are gonna get into a quadruped position here. You want your legs to be hip distance apart, and then your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Draw your abs in here, and then we want the hips to be pointed down, those hip bones pointed down. We are gonna start, you can have your toes curled under for this. So we're gonna be lifting up for 10, and then we're gonna go out for 10 to the side. So up. So the big thing here too, try not to sink into the hip of that supporting leg. So what that means is like really sinking in here. You're getting tired. There's a lot of core work that is involved with keeping you right on top here. Okay, out to the side right away. Out to the side and down. So this one is probably, to me, even more challenging to not sink into that hip. For 5, 4, 3, oh, I feel it, 2, last one, 1. Okay, let's go to the other side. So now, got the other leg up. You're gonna lift up, come back down, adjust if you need to. Draw the abs in here, and let's go for 10. 1, 2. Really feel that glute at the top when you're all the way up there. 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Now we'll go out to the side. I'm just gonna scoot a bit away from the wall here. In and out for 10, so out to the side and back down. So big thing here, trying to keep those hips pointed down. This is, to me, more challenging. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Okay, now we are going to keep that leg out, the leg that we just were using. You're gonna point it straight out. You're going to tap across and then tap out to the side. So if you had a mat, you'd be thinking about reaching to the back corners of each side of the mat. So starting with that foot pointed, we go across and out. We're gonna do 10 on each side. Keep the abs in here and just really think about trying to be steady and stable, smooth and controlled. Okay, last one. Okay, put that leg down. Let's go to the other side. So extending the leg, go across and then out. Try to do a good lift. Try to bring it up to about the height of your glute in between. Good, for 3. We're gonna stand up after this. Last one, 1. Okay, good. You can sit back. Doesn't take much, does it? Okay, sit back up, and from here we'll stand up. Okay, so standing now, we're gonna come up to the wall. You want your feet to be about hip distance apart and parallel, so just regular feet. You can use the wall to hold to balance. And we're gonna start with the leg out. You're just gonna be lifting straight up and coming back down. It does not need to be super high. You wanna make sure you're not arching in the low back. So just staying really steady here. Draw the abs in, and then we're gonna lift up for 10. So 1, 2. So I'm really feeling that through the hamstrings. We got 3 and 2, last one. 1. Okay, we'll switch sides. So same thing, foot's in parallel. You can come a little bit closer if you need to so that you're not pushing against the wall. You just want it for a little balance. So lift up for 1, 2, point that toe. So we're gonna do it like this in parallel, and then we'll do it turned out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Okay, let's turn the legs out. So you can turn both feet out if you like. So toes are pointed away. And let's lift up. And 2. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, other side. Yeah, I really want to focus on not making it too big, because sometimes you'll think, oh, I can make it bigger, but that's when you start to arch in your back, so you don't want to do that. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. From here, we'll take our band off, sit down, and stretch. All right, so let's stretch those glutes. You can start with either leg. We're gonna put one leg over the other, up against the knee, and then you can reach through, and then you can decide how much do you wanna deepen that stretch. So really feeling it through the glutes of the leg that is bent. We'll hold here. And then we are going to bring that leg across to feel that stretch deeper up the glute. You can just sit and hold. Okay, other side. So switching legs, bringing that leg through. I feel that a lot. So tight. I know people typically will say that it's kind of pointless to train inner and outer thighs. You know, it doesn't necessarily help with fat loss, but it does help with hip mobility, stability, you know, tracking of the knee, making sure it's going in and out where you want it to, not floating in or out when we don't want it to. I see that quite a bit on the reformer when I'm teaching class. So these little kind of mobility exercises and stability work is really good for us. Okay, then you can bring it across. So deepening that stretch up into the glute now. Okay, bring your legs back together. You can do a little stretch here, rock back and forth. You're all set. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Please let me know if you have any questions below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, I would be happy to film that as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.